What is going on, everybody? My name is Alex Freeberg, and I have a special episode today comparing budget divers. Now, I just recently got into collecting divers, and I wanted to explore my options. And obviously, not being a person who spends a ton on watches, I went to the budget category of divers on YouTube and just searched for stuff and found what I liked and bought it. I have bought, sold, traded, and worked my way up to purchase many of these. If you've watched one of my episodes on buying, selling, and trading watches, this is how I got all these watches basically for free. So I will leave that link in the description if you want to check that out, but let's get into it. So I have 4 divers here for you, and you should be familiar with all of them. I am sure, in your ventures of trying to find a good budget dive watch, you have come across at least one of these, if not every single one of them. So let's start over here. This is the Invicta Pro Diver, the 89026 OB. See his original bezel. This is the Citizen Promaster. This is the Orient Mako 2 and the SKX 013. I actually used to have, not too long ago, I had the Seiko SKX 009 with the Jubilee bracelet, and it wasn't for me. I didn't like it. It was a little too bulky, which you kind of laugh at because this is a 43 millimeter, which is bigger, but this actually has a slimmer profile, which is what I like. And so I traded for the 013. So I'm just going to do a quick overview, basically of all these watches, who they're for, the price points, and which one I recommend at the end of the day for specific people. So the first one we're going to start out with is the Invicta Pro Diver. Now this is a fantastic watch I got it for $56 on Amazon Prime Day, but the retails are $85. It is a fantastic watch for $65 or $56. Incredible value. As we all know, it has the NH35A movement. Seiko, incredible value. It's that Rolex Submariner homage look. The bracelet leaves a lot to be desired, but something that you'll notice across all of these watches is they are 200 meters of water resistance, and they all have screw-down crowns. Not all of them have hacking hand winding, I'll get to that, but all of them have those basic features that you need in a dive watch. So this one came with the stainless steel bracelet. It is not my favorite bracelet. It is jangly. It makes noise when it's on the wrist. It kind of squeaks. I have been actively wearing this one with a review coming just for this watch, and it squeaks and it jingles and it jangles. It looks nice on the wrist, but overall, the bracelet is not the best quality. Something else I really don't like about it is that polished center link. I just don't like that look. It's not my favorite. I just like all brushed. I'm a classic all brushed bracelet kind of guy. So this one isn't my favorite, but I love the watch in and of itself. The cost, the build quality of the actual watch is really good. Of course, at this price point, you're getting a few drawbacks. So that being, you're getting the Invicta brand. The Invicta brand on the seconds hand, the Invicta brand right there as the logo, the Invicta brand right here on the side, the Invicta brand right there, the Invicta brand on the actual rotor, which is I think is actually cool, and the Invicta brand right there. I think that's it. They took it off. They used to have it on each individual link, and they finally took that off. So this is what you were getting for $56. Realistically, unless you're buying it on Amazon Prime Day, realistically, you're going to get this for $75 on the used market, $70 to $75. If you buy that's on eBay, you can get it cheaper in person. You can probably get it for $65 in person on Facebook Marketplace, and $85 new. I don't think this price point for $85 really hits hits where I would be purchasing it, but for $56, I snagged it up very quickly for a good reason. So, last thing to mention is the Lume is very poor. I don't think you're expecting anything else. So the next price point is right here in the Citizen. And the Orient Mako 2 and the Citizen are actually very similar price points. I bought this one though on Amazon Prime Day, again, for $90. So that's why it's below here, but it's normally around $135. And the Orient Mako 2 you can normally find about for that price point, which is very, very, very good. So for $90, the next one is the Citizen Pro Diver, or Citizen Promaster. And this watch absolutely stunned me. I had never worn this watch, never held this watch. I've seen tons of reviews on it, and I finally started looking at it when it came on Amazon Prime Day. I was like, I have got to buy this. People want to see, this watch, and I wanted to wear it. So it's a little bigger. It's 43 millimeters. Obviously, the Invicta Pro Diver was 40. That classic, Submariner homage sizing. So it's 43 millimeters. So it wears a little bigger, but obviously you will notice very quickly that this is a quartz. This is not an automatic like all the other watches. But here's the thing. Nobody else is really going to care. I myself am an automatic person. I almost have exclusively automatic watches, except for basically my G-Shock. And this quartz watch is amazing. Obviously, it's the Eco Drive, so it refuels itself. It charges itself, which is very interesting. I love automatic watches, but this one just caught my eye, and I'm telling you, I am not regretting it. It is a fantastic watch. I have taken it into the pool. It obviously has that screw-down crown. Has this very unique bezel. It's very simple. This strap is really nice. I'm not a huge fan of this this text over here, but because in my review, I think you've seen it, I do not care for things that I'm not actually going to use. And I will never ever use this, and so I don't feel like it has any place in the watch and for the watch. So with that being said, it's a quartz, but it's a fantastic quartz. It's not just a regular quartz that's going to die in 2-3 years. It's going to die in 10 years plus. And the Lume is incredible. I will leave a link to the Lume for all these watches in the description. That goes to my Instagram. I post Lume shots on my Instagram of every watch that I review. So go look at this one. The Lume is incredible. Absolutely amazing. It lasts forever. It lasts just as long as my SKX. Just as long. In most cases, it's brighter. So I would say that this Lume out of all of them is the best Lume. So with that being said, for $135 or $90 in my case, you can for sure pick this up for $120, $110, depending on where you get it. Incredible value. Pick it up. If you have, smaller wrists, this may not be for you, but I have 6.5 inch wrists, and this still fits well. It's just a little on the larger side, but I rock it anyways. So our next one is the Orient Mako 2. This is so many people's favorite budget diver for so many reasons. This was the first diver I ever picked up, ever. This watch has a lot of meaning to me. This was the watch I was wearing when my son was born. This watch was my first diver. I will never get rid of this watch. This watch is in my collection forever. It's stuck. And I actually bought this on eBay. Now, I bought it on eBay with the strap code Super Oyster, as you can see with these links, but I still paid a very good price, and this watch is fantastic. So it is 41.5 millimeters in diameter, has that screw down case. It's automatic. It has the Orient's in-house movement, and so it's hacking hand winding, just like the Invicta Pro Diver, obviously with the Seiko movement. The Lume on here is not fantastic, but it is good enough. With that being said, it probably gets third here. So it goes, obviously the Citizen and the SKX are up there. Orient and then Invicta. But it just has this fantastic look. It's this very sleek design. I love the blue. I thought about getting the black version, but my style of dress, the blue hues just fit better. So I went with the blue. It's just very clean, very sleek, great design. Really, anybody who's looking for a diver, this is one of those watches that you want to consider just to try out. And I tried it out, and I absolutely loved it. So again, this one hits about 135-ish, about the 140 price point. Cannot beat it. Fantastic, fantastic watch. And last but not least is the Seiko SKX 013. Now, like I said, I used to have the 009. I love the look of it, but it was too bulky for me. I couldn't justify wearing it when I liked my Mako 2 so much, and it just wasn't what I was looking for. I bought it to try out, and I tried it out, and it wasn't for me. So I traded for the smaller one. I have been loving the 013. It fits my 6.5-inch wrist perfectly. I am going to buy a bracelet for this because I'm a bracelet person in general. So when you see two rubber straps here, and that's not what I usually will. That's not what I usually wear. I like the bracelet, so I will be buying a bracelet. So this measures in at 38 millimeters in diameter, the smallest of all four. So for those of you who have a small wrist, look no further. This watch is a great, great, great size for small wrists. Obviously, I have been affected by the misalignment. It's a sight to see. It's very sad. It doesn't bother me as much as I thought it would. Every so often I'll look at it and I just kind of give a sigh and I'm like, I wish it was aligned. But, it is what it is. The Lume is very, very good. The Lume legitimately will last hours. So, I have the light behind me. It is charging this. This Lume will last all night. That's an exaggeration, but it will last into the night when I actually need it. And I'll be able to see this. It has that raised, obviously if you know the SKX, it has that very unique design with the bezel, which I really like. This is the case back with that really cool wave, some of the specs. There's not much else to be said about it. Great watch. I'm sure you've seen it, you've looked into it. So that's that watch. This strap is very lackluster. I don't like this strap at all. It's tough, it's rough. I've been wearing it to kind of break it in a little bit, and it has broken in a little bit over the last about week. But it's not for me. I don't like rubber straps in general. So, quick breakdown. We have the Invicta Pro Diver, the super budget diver, 200 meters of water resistance, screw down crown, Seiko movement, really crappy bracelet, really bad Lume, but it is for a person who wants that, maybe, it could be for the person who wants the Submariner homage. So, that might be for you. Or it's somebody who just really wants to try out, an automatic movement at a really cheap price point, and get a diver. So that's, this one's for you. And it definitely could be a beater. For sure, it could be a beater in your collection. The next one up is somebody who does not care that it's quartz. You have plenty of automatics in your collection. You don't care if it's a quartz. You get it because the Lume is incredible, because it's a little bit bigger. This is not for small wrists. If you are anywhere under 6.5 inches, it is going to go over your wrist and it's going to look huge on your wrist. So I wouldn't recommend it. But you can go for it. I have a 6.5-inch wrist, and I do wear this, and it does look nice and it fits. So I'll post Instagram pictures so you can kind of see relative size. Next one is the Orient Mako 2, about the same price point, but this one is somebody who wants something a little bit more classy and something a little bit more refined and dressed up with an automatic movement, hacking hand winding. The original bracelet that did come with this, I've never had it, but I've seen plenty of reviews and feel comfortable enough saying it is a decent bracelet with hollow end links. So if that matters to you, maybe upgrade it to the Oyster, Super Oyster like I have. So incredible value for right here. The next one is the SKX 013. Does not have hacking, does not have hand winding, but this incredible horological significance to watch collectors everywhere. This watch is famous for so many reasons. Very good lume, very reliable movement, although it is ancient. These are, I think, the best entry-level dive watches that you can find on the market. Fill my comment section with, Vostok Amphibia, this, that, whatever. These are the ones that I liked. So, you can take it as it is. So that is all I have for you. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope this was informative and kind of gave you, if this is something that you're looking into, it gave you some perspective, and that you pick a good one. Have a great day. Watch my other videos. Give me likes, give me subs, give me anything you got. I'll take it. And you guys have a good day. Goodbye.